Well, hey, First United Methodist Church of Lawrenceville, Adam here, and I'm coming to you from our sanctuary. Just wanted to let you know about a few things, give you a few updates on how the church is doing, what we're up to, and some different opportunities for us to worship together in a number of different ways. Now, I know our sanctuary has been mostly empty, except for some moments where different people have come in here and just had the opportunity to sit and to pray. I know that I've sat in this space a number of times over the last number of months, and I've been praying specifically for you, for this church, for this community, about where God is leading us, what God is doing, even in the midst of this pandemic, even in the midst of the unrest that's taking place in our country, in our world, even right here in our community. So I just wanted to give you a few updates. Over the last month, we've had some in-person worship gatherings. We've had an opportunity to gather at the campground, and we're going to continue doing that over the coming weeks. We're going to move to just one Sunday morning service at the campground, so 9 a.m. If you want to join us in person, we'd love to have you out there. We're asking everyone to wear a mask and to maintain some physical distance, but it is a great opportunity to be together. We'll still need you to register for that, and the links will be available on Sunday afternoon following our worship services. But we've also got great opportunities for online worship. I know with the spike in our community, in our state of virus cases, there's a lot of concern and a lot of worry. And so we feel like these are the two safest options for us to gather together as a community to worship. Either to gather at the campground outside, where all of the experts say that it's relatively safe, or to gather in the safest way, online worship. And even as I say that, gathering together, it looks different right now. It just does. But we want you to gather with us. We want you to connect with us here at the church. We want you to let us know how we can help you to connect with one another. I know that there's lots of people in these moments feeling a sense of disconnection. And so we want to continue to be the church. We want to continue to find ways and moments to connect with you. That's an important thing to me and to us as a church staff at this moment, is the idea of connection. A couple of months ago, it seems like forever, I preached a sermon on a Sunday morning about this idea of kind of a new connection. That normally what we're used to is connecting people to the church building. And right now, it's just not the best idea for us to gather together in large groups in this facility. And so we continue to take the church and connect it to the community, to connect it to your neighborhood, to connect it to your small group, to connect it to your group of neighbors and friends and family. Connection is important. And so until we're able to gather in this place again, we want to invite you to a few different connections. We want to invite you to connect to your church. Whether that's online or in person at the campground, whatever works best for you, we want you to connect with us. We want you to know that we're here to worship together. And whether that's on your couch or at the campground, it doesn't matter. We're better when we're together. So we're always grateful to see your name pop up, either on the reservation link for worship at the campground, or to pop up in the little news feed on the side of Facebook that tells us that you're watching along with us. Whether you're one of the people that watches on YouTube, however it is that you're connecting with us, we're so glad that you are. And we want to continue to do that. And we want to continue to offer other options for connection to this church. There are so many out there. Lots of Sunday school classes are Zooming. Lots of Sunday school classes are offering different options for study and opportunities to connect in a different kind of format in the moment. And so if you're interested in being a part of one of those, please let us know. We'd love to help facilitate that. We're going to try something a little new this week, an opportunity for connection. This Wednesday from 4 to 6, I'll be underneath the awning by the Welcome Center along with some of our pastoral staff, and we're just going to have a time of drive-through prayer and share. We're going to invite you if you want to, if you'd like to come by and just have a moment of prayer. I miss seeing some of your faces, and so I'd love to see you just drive through and just have a moment to tell me what's going on in your life and something that I can be in prayer for, and just to make a connection in that way. It'll just take a few moments, but it'll be the best moments of my day. I'd love to see you Wednesday from 4 to 6 right outside the Welcome Center. Just a different opportunity to connect to the church in a different way in this different moment. Then I'd also encourage you to connect with others. Others could be your small group, your Sunday school class, a small group from your Sunday school class. But find some ways to connect with some others, whether that's making a phone call or whether that's having a physically distanced tea party on your front porch. Whatever it is, we want you to continue to make meaningful connections. One of the things that I've been encouraging throughout this season is for small groups of people to gather together to engage in the online worship experience. We'd love to hear if you're doing that. I know that there's at least one of our Sunday school classes that's gathering every Sunday morning. They're participating in an in-home worship experience together, and then they're having brunch together, and then they're doing their Sunday school lesson. What a wonderful opportunity for a small group of people to gather together in a safe but meaningful way. If you need help figuring out how to make that work, we would love to help you to do that. We think connection to others really matters. The last connection I want us to think about is our connection to a mission bigger than us, our connection to an opportunity to serve one another. One of the ways that we can do that is through our summer lunch program. That's been an incredible opportunity this summer to serve our surrounding community, and so many people have connected to that already. And it's provided connections to our community. It really does take the church and move it into the community. Last week alone, we served 320 kids in our community. We gave them a week's worth of lunch because of your generosity, because of the way that you continue to give so incredibly generous. But we need people to pack those bags. We need people to drive those bags out to kids in our community, and we would love for you to connect to that opportunity to serve. We have other opportunities to serve as well, making masks or different things that we need to do in order to keep our community safe. One of the ways that you have served this church and this community is through your financial donations, through the way you have continued to give through your tithes and your offerings. You have been so incredibly generous as a church, and we need to continue to do that so that as we prepare for school, as we prepare for the fall, as we prepare for whatever is next in our community and in our world, we as a church are prepared to respond in kindness, in love, in grace, in generosity. If you need more information about how to set up recurring giving or online bill pay, however you feel led to give, we would love to help you do that, to help you know how to best utilize that. You can contact the church office, and Jeff or Hope would be glad to walk you through that process. Let me again say thank you. Thank you for the way that you have continued to serve this community through your support of this church. Let me just recap here for a moment. In this way, Jesus comes across this woman at a well one day. They begin to have a conversation about worship. The woman says, Jesus, our people worship on this mountain, but your people say that God can only be worshiped in Jerusalem. And Jesus says, the where of worship is not nearly as important as the how. We need to remember that worship takes place wherever we are, that we can gather together and be a part of this church wherever we are. We gather together and worship God in spirit and truth, whether it's online, at the campground, or someday soon in this space in the family center. No matter where we are, When we worship God in spirit and truth, we are gathered together. We are better when we're together, and we're better when you're together with us. So continue to connect the church to the community and the community to the church. And if you need help, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to contact us. We love hearing from you. I hope I get to see you soon. Even if I don't, know that you're in my thoughts, in my prayers, in the prayers of this staff, in the prayers of this church, as we continue to be about the mission of connecting people to the transforming love of God through Christ. I hope you'll join me in this connection.